Slope and y-intercept. Slope is the steepness of a line. It is the ratio of vertical change to horizontal change, also known as rise over run. Vertical change over horizontal change. Slope is represented by the variable m in y equals mx plus b. Y'all know this, right? It is also known as the rate of change. Your star chart will give you this formula for slope, but we like to use what for slope? We like stat the best. But we also like rise over run. A positive slope increases from left to right. That's a positive slope. A negative slope decreases, goes down from left to right. That's a negative slope. Now let's talk about y-intercept. The y-intercept of a graph is the point where it touches the y-axis, just like we just did on our warm-up. It is represented by the variable b in y equals mx plus b. It's also what is y when x is 0. All right, let's just go over a little bit of things. To find slope, do rise over run. So you find 2 points, which they gave you. This is the rise, this is the run. Since it's up and right, it's positive, positive, so it's a positive slope. The y-intercept is where it touches the y-axis. Does everybody see the y-intercept here? Where is it at? -4. To find slope and y-intercept on a table, simply use stats. And we don't need to go over that because we just went over it, but we will do an example. All right, let's go down to the example. How would you explain finding slope of a graph to a struggling classmate? So how would y'all do this one? Would you do rise over run or would you do stat? Why? They gave you 2 points. Now, for a struggling classmate, what would you teach them? Like if they don't understand these points, to make a what? Make a table. Put this point on the table and put this point on the table. Now it's super easy to look at it from stat because the x's go in L1 and the y's go in L2. So you go to stat, edit, delete whatever's there with the delete button. Your L1 would be -4 and 1, and your L2 would be 6 and -9. Then you would hit stat again, calculate, so over 1, option 4, and your slope is the A, -3. So the slope was -3. The y-intercept was -6, the B. Okay, if I wanted to do rise over run, I would have drawn a line straight up and counted the rise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And my run, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is positive, it's going up. This is negative, it's going left. Or you could just know it's going down. 15 over -5 is what? Did I get the same slope, either using stat or rise over run? Yes, so it doesn't matter which way you do it, you will get the same answer. Okay, flip to the back. Let's talk about proportional graphs. A proportional relationship has two variables in which one of the ratios where they both make a constant. The graph will always pass through what? 0, 0, and it will always have a constant rate of change. The y-intercept of a proportional graph will always be 0. Does everybody understand? Yes or no? If you want to find the slope only on proportional relationships, you can divide y over x, or you can do rise over run. It will solve it every time. All right, so let's do this example. Let's find the slope of this graph. So does it pass through 0, 0? So is it proportional? All right, does it pass through this one? Can I make a table of coordinates and use stat? So what is this point? 0, 0. Why did I not use this one? Because it didn't have numbers and I didn't want to mess up. All right, what is the x value of this one? 30. What is the y value of this one? So then I go to stat, edit, stat calc, option 4. The slope is 0.3 repeating, which is also, if I wanted to, I could say, hey, look, my rise is up 10, my run is 30, which is also 1/3. They are the same number. It doesn't matter which way you do it. Any questions on slope and y-intercept? Stat only works if you have two coordinates. Rise over run only works if you have two dots, which is the same thing as two coordinates. Okay, I'm going to pass out your assignment. Yet again, it is not on the Google Classroom. It is a hard copy. When you're finished, bring it to me. I'll check it. Once you have them all correct, it will stay with me, and I'll get it put in the grade book, okay?